When I was a little kid, I lived in a town called Honeymoon Bay. And in Honeymoon Bay, they used to have these like large, um, like trunks that they had to get rid of. But instead of like pulling them out and like hauling them away, they would like smolder them with like fire. Like, so they weren't actually on fire, but they were just like embers. And there was this old general store beside the actual general store, and in behind it was a bunch of spray paint cans. And I thought it would be a really good idea to take those spray paint cans and throw them into the fire to see what would happen. And because it was like kind of wet outside, the embers were like on the like, lower side, so I put the spray paint right on top of like a bunch of orange like pieces of burning wood, and I waited and I went and hid, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be so good, and nothing happened, and I kept waiting and I kept waiting, and like I don't know, like 5 or 10 minutes went by, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So I got this like really bright idea to go and poke it with a stick, and I went and I found a stick that was really close, and I walked up to it, and I then poked it, and when I poked it, because I was really close to it, it exploded when I was right beside it. It kind of reminded me of like the explosions on like a movie, like Saving Private Ryan or something like that. So it was like super, like it was crazy. It exploded, and thankfully I didn't get hit by like any shrapnel or anything like that. But I got thrown back like 2 or 3 feet. I was covered from head to toe in white spray paint. And I remember like looking over, and there was this mother there with her kid, and I guess like they didn't even notice what just happened because she was like she was like wait like too absorbed with her little kid, and I just remember being like, oh, why didn't she come help me? And so I ran home, and I was so afraid of my dad's like reaction. I thought he was going to freak out at me, and I was like hiding in the bathroom trying to get all the paint off, and I was like going like ugh, ugh, like getting frustrated because it wasn't coming off, and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine, just leave me alone. And he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I'm fine, just leave me alone. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna leave you alone. And he came into the bathroom, and he saw me covered in head from head to toe in paint, and I just started crying, and I was like, I just didn't want you to find out that I blew up the spray paint. And I remember he just like hugged me, and he's like, it's okay. And I just remember being like so relieved. So I then he like wiped it all off of my face, and we changed my clothes, and ever since then I've had a intense fear of explosions. Yeah, that's that.